And welcome, I'm Solo, and this is ZN Gaming. In this video, I'll be going over how to set up a Followage command using streamer.bot. This is part 4 to a 5-part series, and part 1 is required. Before I waste any more time, let's jump into it. Like I said, this is part 4, and part 1, the original setup for the command, is needed for how we set up the template in OBS. We've been using it since part 1. We just keep remaking the command to fit what we've already made in OBS. So I definitely suggest checking out part 1 if you haven't. This won't make very much sense if you haven't watched the previous videos. That being said, this one here should be pretty fast if you've already done the very first video and have everything set up in OBS and streamer.bot. This is going to go fairly quickly. To get started, all we're going to need to do is open up the streamer.bot. I already have it opened here. And there's two ways to do this. We can duplicate one of the actions and then in the triggers add the command over here, or we can go down to here and add the command first before we make the action. So we can just click add, type in the name of your command. This is going to be Followage, and we want to type the Followage in the commands here and in the name. Now if we want to make this a moderator, a subscriber, or a VIP only, you can just click them here and select it over here. We're not going to do that. We want everyone to be able to use it. But if you happen to make this here command and only want it for VIPs, you could just add it to allow VIPs and nobody else. After that, we can leave the rest default and just click OK. Now after the command's made, we are going to need to go to actions and make an action. For that, we're just going to do the same thing, and we're going to name this one here Followage without the apostrophe. We're going to put it in the alerts group, and we're going to leave everything else default and click OK. Instead of creating a new alert, actually when we get to the actions page, what we're going to do is we're going to use the follower alerts, and we're going to duplicate this one here. Now on the copy, we're going to right click and edit it. We want to make sure that we edit this one and name it Followage. We're going to leave it in the group's alert and leave everything else default. Now let's get a bunch of stuff in here we're going to have to change. In the triggers, the first thing we're going to need to do is change this here. We don't want it to be triggered by somebody following, so we want to make it so that the trigger is the command. To do that, we're going to go to right click, we're going to go to add, we're going to go to core, and then we're going to go down here to commands and command trigger. Now it's going to have any and a drop down menu, and we're going to be able to select any of the commands that we've already created. Now the other way that we could have done this here is we could have just created the command in this here menu here and created the new command while adding it in here. I showed the other way because if you're going to set up a bunch of commands at one time and using the action like I'm showing here, it's a lot easier just to drag and drop from the menu here and just click the one that we're looking for. This just makes it easier to follow along, and there's multiple ways to add the commands. So if you happen to forget to add the command and you're in the middle and you're starting from where we are right now, you'll be able to just create the command as you want. But we just need to select the command and click OK. Now we do need to remove the old command. If we followed this one here from the follower command, we definitely want to make sure that we delete the trigger follow event. That event's going to trigger every single time that there's a follower. We don't want that. Now there's a few things we're going to have to change in here. Mainly we want to leave most of this here the same. We are going to have to remove the audio because we do not want an audio cue at all for when somebody checks their follow age. So we're going to delete the music and the audio from the follower. And down here in the sub actions, we're going to right click, we're going to go to add. Alright, actually in the sub actions we can type in follow space age, and it will give us the followers get follow age info for target. We want to get this one here and type in the username the same as we have right here. After that we can just click OK, and we're going to move this one here up to underneath this. And again, this here Twitch message that thanks to user target, we're going to get rid of this one here. We do not want this here information at all. Or if you're actually going to put something in here, we can delete this, and the variable for this one here is very easy. It's follow age long, making sure that the A in age and the L in long are capital, and that's all we're going to need to do. This is going to be the user has been following for so long. You can remove this here message. This is optional, but I'm going to change it so that it says it in chat and so that it says it in the command that we do that's going to show up in our alert as well. Now we can leave the OBS to set the browser source. And we're just going to need to change the body text and the alert text. We're going to need to change this one here to has been. Get it? So has been following. And down here, we need to type in the same thing is follow age long. %. And that's it. And click OK. Everything else should be perfectly fine. All we're going to need to do now is give it a test. We're going to open OBS. Once you open OBS, we can just right click on it and test trigger. Alright, it says Wobbly Wheels has been following for so long. Alright, so I did notice a little bit of an issue there. We'll go back to it here where we can see it. Now, I do notice that this here has been following is really small. So let's go down and find it here. There we go. So now that'll be a lot better. Has been following. And then the time period here should show up really good if it was full screen. But again, that might be a little bit small. You can make it a little bit bigger. This is the long follow age. There is a short one as well. I'm going to leave the long one here because I think it's perfectly fine. And we might just move this here text just over just a tiny bit. See, the bigger we make the text box, the more we have to worry about the other alerts not quite lining up. So we'll leave it like that. We don't want to edit it too much. And then, like I said, it'll say the username has been following for and the years. It'll show up in the chat as well. We'll just give it one more check here. Give it a trigger. It'll change. It'll show. And everything looks good. And there you go. That's the Followage command. That should work. Again, it'll show it in chat as well. I have to go to... And as you can see, it also does show in the chat the long length. It'll be 5 years, 1 month, 16 days, 7 hours, and some odd minutes. You can do the short one. The long one I find gives more information, and I just enjoy it a little bit instead of just so many days and then no hours, months. I like the look of this one here a little bit better in the chat. User discretion is advised. It would be just depending on what you like and your style. But that's it for this one here. This was just a really quick Followage command. I do plan to do a handful more like this here. Again, this is going to be a 5-part series, so there's one more video to this here series, and every one of the videos is going to need the very first video that shows you how to set up the template in the OBS to get started. But if you are looking for more simple commands like this here to set up, definitely get subscribed so you don't miss it. And if you think I forgot or left something out, definitely leave it in the comments below. And if you like or found the video helpful, hit the thumbs up and get subscribed for more content. Thanks for watching. Bye!